has been, I'm just going to take you through my process super fast, and then we're going to do some things together. The retreat in September, I'm so excited about. We have secured this place in Heber, 10 acres. It's gorgeous. It's nature. It's beautiful. They remodeled it. It looks craftsman inside. It's just beautiful. So beautiful. So excited. This is going to be gorgeous. And I'm super excited about it. And I have had these feelings, like I've had this, okay, it's time to talk to people about the retreat, blah, blah, blah. And there's been this hum underneath that said, take it easy, just relax. And inside I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And then I'm like, okay, it's time to get on that. And it's just go with me. Just go with me. I don't know if any of you feel that way, but it has been really hard for me. And I see time ticking and I'm like, aha. And as I was praying, and especially in Hawaii, as I was just getting quiet, I had this very clear download that the retreat last year, October, talking to you women, praying about who needed to be here, the names that came, the process, the texting you, the conversations we had, it was incredible. And it was so easy. It was so yummy. And then January, I mean, for in January and February, doing for the February retreat and then the March, just these beautiful experiences. This is different. It's been very different. And I kept going, what is going on? What's wrong? And I'm talking to these different women. I've had these different experiences, but it's been different. And this is the download that I got. The download in Hawaii I got was very clearly, you are not to be only the one that's bringing women into the retreat. And I'm like, but this is, first of all, my baby. And second of all, this is going to be feeling like a burden for women. Like they're supposed to be focused on their thing. And so don't stress. You're not to be doing anything stressful. Okay, so don't stress it. It's already starting to get your back up or anything. No, I'm just going to share with you this experience. So, and see what you want to do with this. So I got that download and I was like, and I came back and I said, oh, that means Rochelle and Lamira and I. That's what that means. And that felt really safe and really good. And I was like, okay, and still a step for me to turn it over and say, you guys, I think we're supposed to do this together. But I kind of feel nervous about like opening this up. Like, I think I'm supposed to be like, I really want to know we have the women who are supposed to be and need to be in this retreat. And then just this morning, and well, the last couple of days, but then this morning it made sense. I've had this rumble again. And then I did a session with Heidi again, ladies, run, don't walk to do a session with Heidi. This meditative massage is like the bomb. It's like the combination of all things, general conference, temple, massage, meditation. It's all of the goodies. It's amazing. I have more changes that I make after her stuff than I do from reading a bunch of great books. So anyway, side thing. So anyway, again, this download kind of confirmed to me this morning, this needs to be done differently, Connie. And he keeps trying to nudge me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could feel the nudges, but I didn't know what he was trying to tell me. All I knew is that as soon as I get a nudge, I would do it the same way, more intensely. Like, I need to do this better, faster, whatever. And the feel that I have had, you ladies, is that this retreat and the way that this is going to move forward is not going to be because of Connie, obviously. It's going to be we women reaching out to other women, reaching out to other women who will reach out to other women. It's the 6 degrees, like Wendy Jones' experience, finding the right people for her retreat. It's not going to be one person. Now, that's obvious to you guys, but I didn't think that was going to happen now. I thought that was going to be down the road when things were going to be, and I have to keep getting this message. Like, he keeps going like this. Are you not hearing me? It's going to be faster than you're thinking. It's going to be different than you're thinking. Just go with it. So just letting you know, this is the thing that's hard for me to kind of wrap my mind around, to keep adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. So yes, it's the gathering, and it's this, oh, I'm not in charge. Like what you guys are talking about. Like, I don't have to do it alone anymore. And I had a meeting with Rochelle, and Rochelle doesn't know it, but there was this one point. Sorry. We were talking about different ways to do things, and we were talking about one specific way, and I said, that's okay, I'll take that. And I've always taken that, so I'll just take that. And she was like, you don't have to do it like that anymore. You don't have to take that anymore. And it was just this moment. I just went, like, we're shifting. Like, it's okay. Like, I can let that go and I can do it differently. And that's okay. So anyway, all right. So what that means is the way that we bring in women to these retreats. I need to make something super clear. We are never trying to fill a retreat. I don't care if we have 2 people there. I don't care who needs to be there. That's what this is about. And it was clear to me that we all know women who need to be there. And we're going to expand this circle. And that's how it's going to roll. So this is an invitation today to get your feedback. What's a good way to do this? What do you think is great about it? How should we do this? I'm going to share with you some things I've learned. And then because Ashley, I'm in this other meeting this morning and I'm getting a text from Ashley. She's like, I've got a friend, but I want to do this right. And I want to make sure what's the link and blah, blah, blah. And that went, Ashley, I'm so glad you did that because that just validated that feel that I had. And it was like this moment of, we do this together. We do this together and we find those women together, and that's going to be more effective and certainly more efficient. So what I have found that in me finding women that I know are interested in doing this, I'm going to share a couple of things that I've learned, and then I'd love to hear from you guys what you thought, what you think and what your thoughts are. I was telling in the office hours this morning, so forgive me that I'm repeating a little bit. We had amazing office hours this morning. Thank you, ladies. It was so spirit-filled. So I have found these moments, and I don't know what else to call them yet, but I call them freeze frames because I don't know what else to say. But there's these moments that I'm either talking with someone or I see someone or someone's texted and and there's this click, like a moment, like it's almost like the spirit saying, pay attention. So this one gal was walking out of her ward and our ward was coming in. And I've seen her over the years and we've just been like, hey, we've had some sweet moments together, but she happened to turn. It's like one of those far sights from across the room our eyes met, but she happened to turn. She's tall and she looked over and I just happened to see her and like we clicked. And then she walked out and I was like, I need to text her. I am learning to pay attention to those freeze frame moments. Another gal that I went to her house and she was involved in girls camp and stuff. And we're standing there talking. And in the middle of her talking, I get this download. She needs to know about this. She needs to hear about this. Now, it didn't say she's going to need to be at the retreat. She has to be there. I can totally see her there. But it was, she needs to know about this and you need to share it. This is like missionary work, you guys. Seriously, brings me back to Japan so much. So I just want you to know that's been the way that it's been for me. Now I'm going to give you one experience that I follow through and you can see from the start what's happened. And I still don't know the end of it yet, but there's a gal that is a mother of my daughter's friend. Okay, we'll call her Susan. So Susan, we've seen each other a little bit, touch point, not super close or anything like that. And then I'm on the treadmill about a month ago and she's next to me and I don't even know it. And she's like, I know you're Connie Sokol. Hi, it's good to see you again. And I was like, hey, so we ended up chatting. Now I have to tell you honestly, this gal, she's beautiful. She works out on the treadmill. She doesn't sweat. We did a PIO class and she did not sweat. I was literally, it was in strips, dripping with sweat, Scottish red, blotchy face. I'm not joking. It was horrendous. And she didn't even look, she looked like the same as she started. It was unbelievable, gorgeous. So anyway, I'm watching her. I'm like, how is it that you don't sweat? We start talking. And as we're talking for 30 minutes, I'm finding out that this woman is a woman of God. And I did not know. And I'm thinking, I should talk to her. I should talk to her, but I don't. And I see her a couple more times at the gym and I don't talk to her. And I'm praying. I start praying, help me to know when the right timing is. Totally unrelated. Was not even thinking, what's a way that I can talk to her? I have been looking for someone who can help me do a different workout. Thought of her because I saw her at a workout thing and she was doing a therapy workout with her son. She's like, I'm not paying $400 every time I have to go to therapy. I'm going to do my own therapy with them and just do it. And she did beautifully. And I thought, oh, she could do a workout. Can I pay you to do a workout for me? She's like, no, I'll just help you. So yesterday we go to do this workout. She's like, come to this PIO class after. So then we're doing this stuff. We walk out to the parking lot. You guys, I felt like I was back on my mission. I am saying a prayer. I'm like, I can feel it. My soul. It's like when you're getting ready to bear your testimony, you're like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. And I'm going in the parking lot and I'm like, do I talk to her? Do I bring this up? Is this the right time? And sometimes I feel like Heavenly Father's like, it was like 3 weeks ago. So like, just get on it. So I just said, she said something and I went, Janae, oh, I didn't want to say her name. Sorry. Susan. I said, Susan, I don't know why, but I am feeling so strongly. I need to tell you, where do you want to go? And that's where I started. I said, where are you? What are you focused on right now? What are you doing right now? What are you focused on? And she's like, not really anything. Like I just got released from this big calling and I don't know what it is I need to do. And I said, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? She goes off on what she would like to do, how she would want to serve, blah, blah, blah. She is a woman of God. And I said, well, I'm doing something and I just want to see if this resonates because I have felt like I should share this with you. So I did. And I told her, and even to the point of, I said, we have this retreat and then we have the DTLC after. And I said, we teach you how to do like online courses and retreats. She just went, stop. She's like, I just told my friend yesterday, we need to do retreats. So we need to do them like this. What do you think? I was like, no way. So right now she is praying and fasting about this. Okay. So I don't know about fasting. I know I'm fasting for it, but anyway, she's praying about it. That's the touch points. Okay. So it's not like I see someone, I touch them, and then all of a sudden they're like, yes. And the angels sing around us, right? Sometimes it's a process. Some people didn't sign up for 6 months after I talked to them. But those freeze frame moments, those spirit poignant, someone come up with a cool catchphrase for it. Jen, someone come up with something, but it's that moment where it's like a snapshot and you can feel it and the spirit goes, and you've got to pay attention. So I would invite you to consider right now. I love that you were just saying, I was inspired, Winnie, I mentioned to a virtual client the other day. I love this. And I hear a voice asking me to invite her to my retreat. So I did. And she was so excited. She is coming. God knows who needs to come. Yes. Oh, a purposeful pause. I like that. So I'm inviting you right now, if you could take 2 minutes, I'm asking you to say a prayer, personal prayer, and then start writing down people that you may have thought, I want to reach out to, I'm not sure, or yes, I wanted to, but I haven't yet. Just write them down. Ready? Go. Okay. Now we've had, oh, I love Layla. I just saw her the other night. I didn't even think about her. Oh my gosh.
She does similar stuff to Angela, but she's kind of in that like done some, but I don't know. We were just chatting about you the other day too.
I cannot believe it. We popped by there on Sunday. That's so funny.
Yeah.
See, and it's like that. It's like that moment of connection and connection. I usually find that there's some kind of 6-degree kind of thing. I want to make a couple of things clear. I want you to keep those people in your mind and in your heart, those thoughts, okay? And I want you to imagine if there was no stress, no worry, no wonder about the outcome or anything, what would I do? Would I say, would I text, would I talk to them? Would I offer it to them? What would I do, right? If there was no stress or if there was a guarantee that they would love it, what would you do? I want you to keep that in your mind. The most important thing that I want to come across here, and then we're going to talk to you about actually doing this and show you some text of text that I've sent to people. I tailor my text to people, but give you at least some kind of, something to go from if you desire that. But what really is important is knowing we are not selling anything. This is not that kind of thing. If you try to do it in a sales way, they're going to be expecting a sales ROI. We don't want that. This is a service offer. That is the difference. And the difference of that is being able to say, What do you want? What do you need to make that want happen? How can I help fill that? So when I was asking Susan about what she wanted, I said, what do you want? What is it you're focused on? What is it that you want to be doing? And she was able to tell me, you know what? I love working with blah, 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 and I want to blah, 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 blah. I'm listening, nothing but listening. So I can see, are we a match? Because we only want certain women. Is she a match? Is she talking about God? Does she want to even do something for him? And then I can say, well, what do you need to do that? And either I say it out loud or I'm thinking in my mind, she's going to need a landing page. She's going to need to know how to do opt-in. She's going to need to know how to have her community. She's going to need to know how to have the support. And this is one thing I find over and over and over, that the women don't realize how much they need the support. That was one of the things every single person brought up and knew. They didn't realize how much they needed the support, because you can go do a landing page, but you're going to have all kinds of things you got to get through. And all these women are going to reinvent the wheel. They're going to go hire someone to do a website. They're going to hire someone to do media. They're going to hire someone and teach them how to do all this stuff. And that's why we have life hacked this and said, we're going to give you this starter stuff so that you can just go and do the thing you need to do. And you can do it with help. So I love that one morning came powerful. Yay. There are women who know not where to find it, like the gospel. They know not where to find this. And they don't even know that there is a group like this that exists. You didn't know there was. We didn't know there was. I didn't know there was until I could see it in my vision, but I didn't even know exactly, but I could feel it. And now it's here, and it's out of matter, unorganized. It has been created. So think about when you're talking with these people, it is about outcomes. We are all about helping them to become and do for him. So when you're talking with them, what is it that they want and need? And then how you will know, the Spirit will teach you how what we do will help them do it. So the most important thing is the retreat, the outcomes of the retreat. We will put it in WhatsApp, but being able to say clearly on the outcomes, we do 4 M's. We help you know, get clear mindset, let go of what doesn't serve you, and increase in abundance of what will help you, and then help you define your specific mission, and then help you know your specific message and how to do it in an articulate, distinct, different, and happy, righteous way, and then how to market it effectively as a mom and. Okay, we help you do all those things. And then we help you create your 90-day plan before you leave the retreat, and we're going to make sure that they leave with that. Some people didn't even get that last time because they were chatting and doing different things. So we want to make sure everyone gets that, at least bullet points down before they leave. But they will leave with that. And they will have the one-on-one coaching, 1 and 3 coaching. They will be able to ask any of their questions. They'll be able to get the help that they need at that retreat to be able to move forward, so they can actually take what they have and do it to help the women, gather the women of Israel. Now, this is a super important thing, and it's something to assess with them and be bold about and say, what makes us different? You guys have all been talking about this today. This is such a different group. What makes us different? Well, what do you think makes us different? Really quickly, what makes us different?
We're doing it for the Lord.
For him, number 1. So you can just keep these buzzwords in your mind. We do it for him. Anything else?
We're not doing it the world's way. So we're not doing it in a masculine business way, because God's way of doing business is very different from the world's way of doing business.
Yes, we do it in a feminine way. And it's 1 Nephi 17 and 18. We're building the ship the way the Lord wants to build it, not after the manner of men. And no matter what it is, DIY, service projects, gardens, whatever, therapy, it can be your personal passion. We help you to be a disciple thought leader in your sphere by being an influential writer, speaker, and media personality. And we will put this on a thing and send it to you, so you will have this all clearly, so that you can go, well, this is what we do, and this is our message. I know Lamira and Rochelle are taking copious notes right now. Rochelle's probably already got it in the cute little thing with cute cursive and all that. That's what she does. So I just want you to know, this is a huge piece, that when we go through how we're different, we have supportive, powerful covenant women, and that shifts everything. When you get a group of devoted, dedicated, focused covenant women doing it for him, everything changes. You up level, you hasten the work. It's just unbelievable, the changes that everybody has gone through. Jen was in Mozambique, for Pete's sake, last week, and I still can see you in January sobbing upstairs in that circle, right? So I want you to consider that. We're going to have Rochelle share her experience in just a minute. But one quick thing I would like to have you do really fast is, as you're thinking about this, I want you to, for just 2 more minutes, write down pain points that you felt before you came to your first retreat. What were the pain points? What were the things that were like, this is what it's the rumble for me? So write down your pain points, and then write down, what was it about me telling you about the retreat? Not me, but like, what was it about the retreat that drew you to the retreat? So think about those pain points. Where were you at? And then what drew you to the retreat? What made you feel like, I think I'm going to find something there? 2 minutes. Sorry, I had to hurry back and find my unmute. Okay. I wish we had time to talk about those pain points, but for just a moment, can you just sit there for a minute and just look out and look back and see and feel where you were? Can you feel what you were like and how you were at that moment? And now leap forward now. I remember Angela being so, right? Not like that. She's beautiful and elegant, no matter what she's feeling. But that's my lens. But think about where you are now and those feelings that we had at the very beginning, and bookending with that. Hang on, probably not time to share. Is this something, Ashley, you wanted for everyone or just for me? Or
No, that was just for everyone. Just one idea of getting people there is just, Heidi said you had asked her to pray about it. And so she's like, I did. And then she got the answer that yes, I should go. And I think Heavenly Father knows who needs to be there. So I was just saying, inviting people to even be prayerful about it, because that's who we are. We want you to pray. We want you to know it's right for you. Anyway.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And this is one of the points I want to make. So I'm so sorry. I know, if you don't mind, if we can just go a couple minutes over, you guys. I know if you've got to go, then go ahead and go. I'm so sorry, but I wanted to hear all those wins. I know we were thinking just take 15 minutes, but I wanted to hear all those thoughts and feelings. So here's the thing. When I'm talking to people, and I don't know if Lamar, you want to share a screen of the kinds of things that I said, but remember back to the text that I sent. It was real for me. It was real. It was personable. I would be like, sorry, it's been a while, but you have come to mind. And a lot of you, it started that way because it was true. That's exactly what had happened. And then I said kind of some similar things because it was the same information, right? It's like, I'm doing this thing for women and I've been thinking about you and I think you would be a great fit for this. And then I would just say, hey, if it works, great. If not, no worries, don't stress it. So these are just some of the things that I said, hey, blah, 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 you can just skip past that. I said, I'm reaching out because we talked a little bit before about Disciple Thought Leader retreats I'm doing for women. Not sure where you're at with your goals. As I mentioned, I'm focused on finding certain women, then skip down. We're focused on helping gather women and families of Israel. And then being able to say, looking for certain women, maybe it's business, relationships, fitness, that's your passion, and doing it intentionally prepare people for his coming. And I'm not sure where you are in fulfilling that purpose. I'd love to connect on it and see what you need. I truly think you would be a beautiful fit with this amazing group of covenant women. I know it's pretty niche, so if it doesn't resonate, no worries. But if you're feeling a rumble on it, let's chat. You can stop sharing screen. We're going to share this with you, so don't worry about it. But can you see it's very personal. I changed it up for different people because I thought, I know this woman's going to really want that business aspect. I know this woman is probably going to really want that gospel aspect, and really prayerfully thinking, what is it that she needs? And this thing fills it, making sure that she knew that. And again, letting them know openly, and I've shared this before, but it was really a thing for me to be vulnerable and say, I really think you'd be a great fit for this. Like, I really do. But if not, no worries, but I do. And I couldn't tell them to the degree like, oh my gosh, some of them I'm like, I can see you there. I couldn't do that. But I would say, I really feel this is a good fit for you. And it doesn't mean that everybody said yes either. But I felt clearly I was a conduit of choice, absolute conduit of choice, and that this was their opportunity to feel called. So something to consider. And then what Ashley said, this is what I did after I would lead them to a call. So what you guys can do is send them a text, and then either you can talk more about your experience, or you can send them to me, say, do a discovery call with Connie. And that will be on the sheet. Lamira will put that in. If you want to put the discovery call link in right now, in case people want it just for right now, if they're already like, yeah, I already texted someone, I just need the link. But you can have them do a discovery call with me, and I can just go through any questions that they might have and share what we're doing there. Or you can send them the link to the landing page. And the landing page just tells them all the information and leads to a discovery call to me. So it tells them all about what we're doing. It shows pictures of people at the retreat, says this is what you can expect at it. And then at the end, it says, if you want to know more, if you have questions, then they can set up a discovery call with me. As always, you can totally talk to them as much as you want. If you're like, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable with exactly all the details right now, then I'll just pass them off to Connie, and that's fine. Either way, if you, and I know this is not a thing that's like a big thing for you guys, but either way, if you invite someone and they come, then that angel kickback is for you. And I want to find a different way to say that, because again, this isn't about like, oh, let's get them there, and then how many people can I bring in so I can, it's not like that. I want to reward you guys for doing the thing that I would have to try to figure out and see who needed what, and try to be in aisle 5 of Macy's at the right time for some person who needs to hear whatever. So this is a beautiful sharing of that work together. So on that, when I'm done talking with someone, I will always say, and I encourage you to give them a deadline. Now we have a built-in deadline. The early bird discount right now, it's $2,500 for the retreat, period. But we have an early bird discount, $500 off by Friday. Now I'm extending that for you guys to Monday, because when I'm making a decision, I want to pray and fast about it. So I'd like to have them have it over Sunday. And this is what I do with every woman. If they're wondering about it and praying about it, I tell them, I will fast with you on Sunday, because this is important. This is going to change the trajectory of their lives. So I invite you to let them know, I'm going to pray with you. You don't have to fast with them if you're like, I don't feel like I need to. But I encourage you to say, I will pray for you, because I can feel that this could be a good thing for you. And the adversary is going to push, I can promise you, and warn them. Say the adversary is going to maybe try to be cloudy with you, foggy, maybe try to make you feel like, some different touch points that he might have for you. So just be aware of that. But if you have any questions, you call me, you let me know, and say, I'll check back with you in a couple of days. Let me check back with you in 3 days or something. That's something I was not very good at. And I'd be like, well, just take your time, like take a week. But what do you think happens for women when I do that? They get busy. It's not that they don't want to do it. They get busy. One lady I texted, and I was like, I sent one text. She's a very successful professional. And I sent one text. She's like, oh, she doesn't want it. Then I had to text her about a professional thing. It was like 2 months, 3 months later, I texted her about a professional thing. And she said, Connie, I just saw your text from before. I didn't even see it. I want to talk to you about this thing that you're doing. We do not need to be shy. And I can say, as I do this, I am bold in Christ. I am more bold with this than I have ever been in anything in my life. When I am talking to someone, I am bold, and I have to be careful to kind of like, okay, I'm going to rein it in so I'm not overwhelming them. So I do invite them to pray about it, and I invite them to talk to their spouse about it. But the most important thing is that they need to know details, so that when they go to talk to their spouse, they're not like, well, I don't know, it sounds like a really great thing and I feel really good about it, right? They have some specifics that they feel like, this is how I feel. And this is how I feel like it's going to do the thing that God wants me to do, even if you don't know exactly what that is, and they don't, but they can feel it. And what I concentrate on is when I'm talking to them, they're like, always, there's going to be a problem. I'm busy with my kids have health issues, I have health issues, I don't think about the money, blah, 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 I don't think we have it, blah, all these things. They're going to have all these things, just anticipate it. But what I start with is, tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, the most important thing to me is, does this resonate with you? Is it resonating in your soul? Because if it's not between an 8 and a 10 on that scale of it's resonating with my soul and I don't even know how I'm going to do it or why, but I can feel this. If it's not, then just tell them, you know what? I don't think it's for you yet. I think there's going to be some different time frame before you come back to this, because we need women who are between 8 and 10 and they're ready to go. They're ready. They don't even know exactly why, but they're like, I'm all in, but yeah, mostly. Okay, let's do this, right? We have had a payment plan really quickly. We have had a payment plan and we still do, but more far out, we've had a longer one. Right now we have a 2-month pay plan. Is that right? So they can split it into 2 payments and no interest. So really quickly, I wanted to make sure that if there's an extenuating, now someone who has done the BR Pro program does get an additional discount, because anyone who's done a program with me before, they get an additional discount because they've already invested in what we're doing. So that's the only difference. You can let me know. And if they talk to you, and we could talk about this, I think we talked about it on the retreat thing before, but talking about money, I can tell you this, ladies, that's not an issue. You can tell them full on. It's more about your desire than it is about the logistics. Because if you want it, God will open the door. And I can promise you it's happened over and over. Raise your hand if that happened for you at all. Yeah, keep your hands up. Look at that. Absolutely. It's almost every single woman this is going to touch, whether they have money or not. It's going to be either a guilt or a mental thing or an emotional thing or whatever, putting that kind of money into themselves, right? So just know that's going to be an issue, and you can let them know that's not an issue. It's about your desire, and God will help you overcome that. And there's a purpose in that. There's a reason why it's priced the way it is. And there's a reason why we do it the way we do it, because you're going to get the bread, you're going to put out crumbs, and you're going to get bread cast upon the water's back. But I'm not going to tell you exactly how that's going to happen. That's God's prerogative. But I know that that's the case. I know that that will happen. And it is bearing testimony of your experience. Carrie, you had a hand up.
Am I unmuted?
Yep.
It was more just I was one of those. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were wanting to share. So sorry. So any questions on that before I have Rochelle share? Any questions on that? Is this resonating with you ladies at all? Can you feel this like I was feeling it? Yeah, can you give me a thumbs? Because I'm feeling really vulnerable today, like super vulnerable. I cannot even tell you, because I'm the type that I want to kind of take any burden or seeming burden or anything like that. Just kind of like, okay, like I will just do that. And it has been instructive that he is saying, not only right now, but the pattern. We are working on eternal patterns here, Connie, and this is the pattern, that the way that it needs to go. So you're going to need to set this pattern now and not wait until later. That's not the pattern I'm looking for. I gave you that gimme. I gave you the air in the ship, you're right, in the boats with Brother Jerry. And now it's about the light, and everybody gets to do it the way that works for them. So as you're thinking about women, who could benefit from the retreat? Personally, every single woman who wants to do something for God can benefit from this retreat, quite frankly. But in our sphere, as we figure out who that looks like, remember how it has changed you. Remember and think what you said at the very beginning, what we've said through this whole thing. What has it done for you? And how has that shifted you? And how are you better now than you were before in your family and all of that? I'm watching someone in our group that they're connecting with their daughter in a beautiful way that's been super needed because of the things that she's needed to learn how to do. And that's been me as well, several of you. So think about that. And then be your bold self, ladies. I've had to be my bold self. And it's been like, even though I say I'm bold in Christ, it doesn't mean that I'm always welcoming it, but it means I'm willing, and I'm willing to open my mouth in those purpose pauses. I'm just going to call them purpose pauses because it's too long to say purposeful, but purpose pauses that just go snapshot. I need to do something with that. And then watch what can happen and share your experience of what has happened for you since attending the retreat and where you are now.